Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think there are signs that the Western media and some Western leaders give us that they are kind of dropping Volodymyr Zelensky off their lap or off their back. And I have one article here that the fact that we have this kind of article coming from The Guardian, okay, so it's the good media, the one that supports Ukraine more than the other side, let's put it this way, or supports Ukraine, and that should have been full stop, provides the information about the United Nations Secretary General, Guterres, who was very much displeased with Volodymyr Zelensky's weaselness when he visited, I think for the third time, Ukraine. And I will tell you what I see in not only the fact that the Telegraph reports it, how it reports it, and about what. These things you wouldn't have seen about 2 months ago or 3 months ago whatsoever. So that tells me, at least, based on how they reported and the fact that they reported, that the West is kind of like trying to, disappear from the party without being noticed. Okay, let's see what's going on here. This article comes from The Telegraph, and it is from 18th of April 2023. UN Secretary General, probably this is, what it is, pissed off, in quote, with Volodymyr Zelensky for photoshoot ambush. Do you think this title would have been, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, maybe a month ago? I don't think so. Antonio Guterres' aides accused Ukraine's president of springing the surprise military medal ceremony on him without warning. So springing the surprise military medal ceremony on him without warning. He's not happy, and he's going to tell us that he was not happy because this weasel did what he did with him. So, the United Nations, and I will make some, not allegations, but I will come with some scenarios, because everybody comes with scenarios, so I think I'm entitled to do that too, as I'm entitled from time to time to have gut feelings, like other segments of our population, if you know what I mean. Alright, which are entitled, who are entitled by definition. The United Nations Secretary General was, and I'm quoting, really pissed off, end quote, with Volodymyr Zelensky after the Ukrainian president, how about the president of Ukrainian nation, ambushed him with a surprise military medal ceremony, according to leaked US documents. Aides of Antonio Guterres accused Zelensky, or Mr. Zelensky, of springing the event on their boss without warning on his third visit to the war-torn country. Well, this guy, this is what he does. When you show up over there, he's going to get you to the, certain kind of parts that are preserved. So they show you the destruction, which it is, and then they ask for money for that, as if somehow they twist it into saying, if you don't give me, you are responsible, or you will be responsible for any future destruction. This is a weasel way, but we've seen this for thousands of years, so it's not something that's new. Now, alright, the classified intelligence briefing, first reported by the Washington Post, suggests that the US have been eavesdropping on Mr. Guterres' private communications. Nothing new there. It's just, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. They're just a little bit concerned, and then their concern will wane away in about 2 days, or 3. In one leaked document, US officials said Mr. Guterres, and I'm quoting, emphasized that he made a point of not smiling the entire time, end quote, through the medal ceremony. During the surprise event on March 8th, which is the International Women's Day, handed out medals to uniformed Ukrainian soldiers. The Ukrainian president's office later released photographs and videos of the event that implied Mr. Guterres had congratulated the military personnel. That means he took sides. And he's from United Nations. All right? This could have damaged the image of United Nations chief, was trying to create for himself as a neutral intermediary position between Moscow and Kiev. Well, you screw these guys' image, and then you say, well, you're not trustworthy when we say that, or when you try, and we're going to use another country that could be the neutral, which is the sponsors. You can't make shit up, you'll see. Mr. Guterres later told his spokesman, Stephanie Dujarric, that he traveled to Kiev to assist Ukraine, but that the Ukrainians, and I'm quoting, do everything to liquidate us, end quote, according to the intelligence document. So remember, I'm going to read it again. He said that he traveled to Kiev to assist Ukraine, but the Ukrainians, I'm not sure about this right here, but if they want to use this word, that's fine, do everything, I'm quoting, do everything to liquidate us, end quote, according to the intelligence documents. The aide told the Washington Post that his boss, and I'm quoting, was indeed unpleasantly surprised that a medal ceremony was added without consultation at the end of his very productive meeting in Kiev with Ukrainian leaders. Yeah, okay. However, I'm quoting, he categorically denies using the term liquidate, Mr. Juradic added. The leaked briefing has added fuel to the fire of suggestions that Washington feared Mr. Guterres was undermining international campaign to hold Russia accountable for the war in Ukraine. This is the Telegraph, isn't it? Can you believe Telegraph saying such a thing? All right, I think critical thinking is not that. It's just that the decision was made to use it. The classified documents were part of a trove of national security reports allegedly leaked onto the discount messaging platform. And now tell us about who did it. Secret deal to avoid problems with the West. The documents reported by the Washington Post gave further details about Egypt's role. Okay, we don't care about that one now. We just go to this weasel. So what could have happened? I think one, it was an attempt to damage the United Nations impartial position. That was one, or at least balanced. Let's put this balanced position, which means you cannot mediate because they will be accused by the Russians or any others. So lost kind of like credibility. And the other one is the way of this guy framing the whole thing, Zelensky. I don't think it was he who did that. I think it was Zelensky is not all-knowing, all that, and the courageous guy who's always like this now. For the past year, he doesn't crack a joke anymore, and he's a clown. That tells me that he's got something in his ass that is operated when he tries to make a joke, and then he's like, he's always like thoughtful and careful, and anyway, and like that, like what's his name, Churchill. Remember that picture when Churchill's like this? He was drunk, by the way, according to some historians, that picture, but doesn't matter. Like a bulldog. But I think he's got a cigar in his hand. Remember that one? That's all used. They try to copy that. I guarantee you that. Look at Zelensky. Always he's like, fucking clown, I can see through you, my man. Just drop the shit. But he fools ladies of the night and other people who are, a little bit more inclined to believe anything they were offered if it's packaged nicely. The truth or garbage shit packaged nicely. Oh, that's a nice package here, wrapping. Let's unwrap it. The wrapping was looking better than what I'm eating. It's okay. You've been doing this all your life, so a little bit longer, and make sure they just maneuver you. Anyway, so let's go back here. So if you remember, another weasel move that I think it was a weasel move was when, I'm not going to post that video, but you can find it, when Biden visited Kiev the last time, about a month or something ago, when he visited Kiev and he informed the Russians, I'm going to visit Kiev, don't shoot me down, okay, all right. And he visited over there. It's a video where he and Zelensky meet in a square in Kiev, and then start walking, and then the sirens start wailing the war, like, ooh, like get the crazy out. It's time to catch him and put him in the little home like this, or maybe in a nursing home. Let's put it this way. Anyway, adult living. Anyway, so that starts while he is walking through that square with Zelensky. Those sirens are still woo, 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 and nobody does anything. That is an aerial attack, supposedly, and they just keep walking. Now, basic procedure. First, let's start from the very beginning. It starts only when the camera starts, and then they start. And ooh, they're like staged. That's how I see it. It looks like that. The other thing is, if you have a potential air attack coming, missiles, you don't have but maybe a few seconds or a few minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes to react. What do you think would have happened if that would have been really, really what they say? You would have the security services, secret services of the United States going, grabbing Biden, get him up, run with him somewhere deep down, somewhere where these guys have Zelensky's bunker nearby, I guarantee you that, and stay there. But instead they were shuffling with the sunglasses, nicely kept the direction like nothing happened. Now you just analyze that, and if you tell me that was real, then I don't know, give me $20,000 today, and then I will give it to you tomorrow with a 3,000% interest. I will meet you tomorrow. Definitely, you're going to meet me tomorrow. I'm going to give you the money back. All right. So again, here it is, my friends. They tried to, again, frame Guterres and us, trying to show, hey, United Nations is on our side, and Guterres is supporting this and supporting our cause and so on. He might be, but he has to be impartial. And, wait for all the evidence to come over, Red Rover. And he doesn't have much power unless he's got the departments to, come with the voting and all the conclusions they might come. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is Zelensky, and little by little, they know who he is. The Guardian or the Telegraph or BBC, and these guys know who Zelensky is and what the whole thing is. This is what bothers me. It's just that now they start showing it. Why? I think they just, as I said, leave the party without anybody noticing it. But the problem is they're all going to leave the party, and it's going to be one person at the party talking to, hey, where the everybody go? I'm alone here. Or maybe he's just going to be grabbed on the way out. You know what I mean? By some guys, it's time for you to go. Come with me. Out. Next one. Here. Next puppet. You gotta like this guy. He's got charisma. Or she's got charisma. Or, I don't know, they got charisma. Or thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just, my friends.